It was no secret that during the last few months Lionel Messi played for FC Barcelona, things in the locker room were simply not good. It was known that within the roster there was tension and that everyone started to be divided into groups. This was extremely noticeable during the months of August and December of 2020. Things got bad enough that La Pulga ended up resenting Gerard Piqué and calling him Judas for renewing his contract with Barcelona. People would point out the fact that on the field, none of the players would communicate. None of them would speak to each other at all, and the results were starting to show. These observations, by the way, came directly from opposing players. It was impossible to hide the fact that things were going very wrong with Barcelona. When the group started forming, each set began agreeing on ways to proceed, and it was clear that one broke the agreement: Gerard Piqué. This because the news broke that Mr. Shakira agreed to sign with the club an extension that would place him in Catalonia through 2024. The news were not taken lightly in the locker room, especially by Leo Messi. Piqué is famous for saying one thing and doing another. Let us remember that after the Champions League debacle of August of 2020, when Barca falls 8-2 to Bayern Munich, Piqué said publicly with tears in his eyes that he would just step aside from the club, then renew for 4 more years. This is why Leo Messi and other players on the roster labeled Gerard Piqué Judas, labeling him a traitor for not sticking with the internal locker room agreement. Piqué was clearly okay with no longer being one of the guys. At the end of the day, he wasn't going to risk his paycheck for the sake of taking the high road. Soon after, there were a few victories that made the bad vibes die down a little bit. Regardless, Piqué built a reputation within the group that was not going to be easy to shake off. Not to mention that in the end, 2020 for Barcelona would be very bad, both on and off the field, as the Argentinian prodigy asked to leave the club. Although, in the eyes of the world, Lionel Messi is the single greatest thing to come out of FC Barcelona, no one can deny the fact that not many others represent the Blaugrana side the way Gerard Piqué does. He is a product of La Masia. He has earned his way up to the captain badge, and quite honestly, he has shown on the field that he is Barcelona. So much so that while players like Messi up and left, he renewed and decided to stay through thick and thin. Sure, this didn't go over well in the locker room, but loyalty in Catalonia is respected, and at least on that front, Gerard Piqué has earned that. What do you think of Lionel Messi's response to Piqué renewing his contract with Barcelona? Do you think he's a traitor? Let us know in the comments, and in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe.